Take a Kiss to School. This is the book about Digby on his second day of school. And he's a little bit unsure about it, like we all are. But his mommy gives him something very, very special to get him through the day. Take a Kiss to School by Angela McAllister, illustrated by Sue Hellard. The first day Digby went to school, he learned how to line up in the playground, where to hang his jacket, and how to say, "Yes, Mrs. Hood," when the teacher called his name. He played with sand, sang rhymes, and painted a picture for his mother. "Did you have a good time?" asked his father. "Yes," said Digby. The next morning, his mother opened the curtains. "Time to get up for school." "No," said Digby. "I went there yesterday." "You have to go again," she explained. "You're a schoolboy now." "No, I'm not," said Digby. "I want to stay here with you." And he hid under the covers. But Digby had to go to school. "Why are you worried?" asked his mother as they walked to the school through the woods. "I've forgotten where to line up and where to hang my jacket," said Digby. "I may not hear the teacher when she calls my name." "I'll be there to put you in line," said his mother. Digby wrinkled his nose unhappily. "I want to stay all day." "No," she said, "I cannot do that. I cannot stay with you all day." When they got to school, Digby stopped at the gate. I'm not going in without you." His mother gave him a hug. Then she had an idea. She cupped her hands, blew a dozen kisses, and slipped them into Digby's pocket. "There. If you're worried, you can take a kiss from your pocket and imagine I'm with you." Digby squeezed her tight. "Whoops! Don't squash them," she said. The school bell rang and all the children lined up to go inside. Digby kept his jacket on. When Mrs. Hood called his name, he answered loud and clear. But when it was time to choose a partner for a clapping game, Digby didn't know what to do. He dipped a hand into his pocket and then pressed it to his cheek. It felt warm, just like a kiss from his mother. Digby smiled. "Will you be my partner?" asked a little girl named Otterly. "Yes," said Digby, and they clapped together. At playtime, Digby sat on the bench. All the other children ran around together. Nobody asked him to join in. Then Digby took a kiss from his pocket and pressed it to his cheek. He felt a little bit braver. Digby stood up and took a step forward. Suddenly, a ball spun across the playground and dropped right into his hands. "Throw it back!" called the other children. "Come and play!" After playtime, Mrs. Hood read a story. Then the class talked about it. Digby even raised his hand to answer a question. But at lunchtime, there were a lot of things to remember. Boys and girls with lunch boxes, go to that table. Children having school lunch line up here. Get your drinks from the tray on the cart. Don't start eating until everyone is sitting down, said Mrs. Hood. Line here. Digby felt worried again. Oh, if only his mother were there to tell him what to do. Once more, he took a kiss from his pocket and held it tightly. Digby, said Mrs. Hood, you can sit here beside me. And she showed him just what to do. After lunch, the class had playtime again. Everyone took off their jackets in the warm sun, even Digby. One of the boys gave him the ball, and soon he was having great fun. In the afternoon, Mrs. Hood asked the children to stand up one at a time and tell the class about their families. Digby didn't want to stand up in front of everyone. He felt like he needed one of his mother's kisses. But he'd left his jacket outside. Digby ran to the playground to find it. Digby found his jacket on the playground. But when he put it on, he saw the pocket was ripped. He put his finger through the hole. The pocket felt cold and empty. The kisses had fallen out. Digby gasped. His nose began to quiver. Just then, he heard someone crying. It was Otterly. What's the matter? Asked Digby. I can't find the water fountain, said Otterly, and I don't want to ask. I know where it is, said Digby. I saw it at lunchtime. Digby took Otterly to the water fountain. Then they went back to class together. Can I sit next to you, Digby? Whispered Otterly. Yes, said Digby. For the rest of the day, Otterly sat beside Digby. He sharpened her pencil, found her an apron, and explained things she didn't understand. Digby forgot about the pocket full of kisses until it was time to go home. His mother was waiting at the gate. She gave Digby a hug. Can I go back tomorrow? He asked. I made a new friend. Did you need your pocket full of kisses? Asked his mother. Digby showed her the empty pocket. They fell out, he said with a frown. Just then, Otterly appeared wearing exactly the same jacket as Digby. You've got mine, she said, laughing. I got the pocket on my bicycle coming to school. Digby and Otterly swapped jackets. See you tomorrow, said Otterly. See you tomorrow, said Digby. After dinner, Digby hung his bag on the end of his bed. I don't think I'll need to take kisses to school tomorrow, he decided with a yawn. Oh, good, said his mother, tucking him in. But I hope schoolboys aren't too grown up for goodnight kisses. Not me, said Digby happily. Never. The end. Oh, Digby. Digby, take a kiss to school by Angela McAllister, illustrated by Sue Hellard.